Hello FIFA fans and welcome to the second episode of the second season in the Academy story. And we've got a lot to get through in this episode. Let's have a little look. So it is the 1st of September and the plan is basically to get through all of September. So that means we've got 4 games coming up. But of course, there's a lot of other things going on as well. The first thing we're going to address, as it's the 1st of the month, we're going to get Derek involved right now. So for this month, I've decided that we're going to use Derek to train Frank Smith. Now, Frank Smith is an absolute legend player. There's just a few things that would be a little bit better. Mainly that dribbling stat there that's all the way down. But apart from his short passing, which is mint, and his ball control, there's still a long way for a lot of the stats. So I think we'll get Frank in with Derek, and hopefully he'll just be able to boost those technical stats up a little bit more. So here we go then. Let's have a look how Derek gets on. You'll notice that in the last one for the training is advanced penalties. That's on the back of course, what happened in the last episode. Whereas the players, they just didn't turn up when it came to the penalties. So here we go. Smith was on 75 at the start. That's gone up quite a lot. He's going up to the 77. I think we're going to keep it there. 77. So nice changes overall there. His ball control is now 89. That's absolutely mental. But yeah, another fantastic session from Derek. So of course, the next thing I'm going to mention is that man Frank. And like I said in the last episode, Frank's gone away for the last couple of months and he's been training a player. Let's have a look who he's trained. And it is this man right here, Torres Nilo. Now, a little bit of a random one perhaps. The reason we're training him is because we've only got 2 players right wing. That's Torres Nilo and Fuentes. Of course, we do play people like Rose and Jacobs in right wing as well. But Fuentes, he's getting injured all the time. We know that. And the problem is when Fuentes is out, we haven't got the cover. Torres Nilo and his brother, they're going places, but their development's been a little bit slower than we hoped for. So I've applied it to Torres Nilo, and it's boosted all those physical stats nicely now to 79 acceleration. I mean, before it was 69, so pretty jokes. 13 on sprint speed, so that's up to 84. Stamina's nicely gone up, but I mean, it's just a nice overall boost for him. And I just think he's going to be filling in a lot more in that right wing position, especially when Fuentes is out. And maybe it'll just help him progress that little bit, give him that little bit of a nudge he needs for all the rest of his stats to follow him as well. We've also got Nigel to consider now. And as you can see there, we know what Nigel does. He's going to bring out the best in 2 players. So he's going to bring out 2 traits. The first player we're going to stick in with Nigel is Oscar Rose. Now, we know Rose is a fantastic player. He hasn't got any traits, and I think it's about time we found out what it is that makes Rose tick, really. So the next player is going to be Oscar for the training with Nigel. And that's because, I mean, Oscar, I've said it before, but the guy's a workhorse. He's always there when we need him. He's very rarely injured. He's got fantastic stats. And I think just because his loyalty to the team, it's about time he kind of got rewarded for that. And so, yeah, Nigel's gonna be training Oscar as well. So before we actually progress any days, guys, I just thought we'd have a quick look at the contract situation. Now, we know that Sandoval, he's only got 10 months left in a contract because at the start, wasn't really sure what was going on. And of course, we've got Simon, who's out scouting now, and we've had a little bit of a catch up with Simon. He's gonna come back on the 30th of the month. So the end of this episode, and we're gonna have a look who Simon's brought back then. And I think I'm not in any rush to sit down with Sandoval because I just reckon, I don't know. I don't know whether or not we're going to keep him. We'll wait and see what happens when Simon gets back. What I really wanted to have a look at though was I wanted to start sitting down with a few players. Now, 2 years, 10 months, that's not too bad. But I thought what we'd do is we're going to sit down with just 3 players, okay? And the players we're going to sit down are going to be the top 3 players here. The players that we don't really want to lose. Because these are all on 2 years. And I mean, people like Rose, Hendrick, Smith, I don't think they're going to be in any hurry to bail. But someone like Gonzalo, who's worth now 34.5 million, if the big offers start coming in, I'm thinking maybe he might be persuaded to go. So we're going to sit down with these 3 players, have a look what we can work out, and it will give us a good indication because if they won't sit down with us, we may need to bring in Peter, of course, who's the master negotiator, later on when we can renegotiate with him. But let's see how we get on. So the first guy we're sitting down with then was, of course, Gonzalo. We're going to give him a crucial role. That's because he is pretty much a crucial player and we want to keep him happy. They're happy with that, which is so far so good. It would be awesome if we can get him on a 5-year contract. Let's see what they say. I can't imagine they're going to say yeah. Wow, okay, that is a massive surprise. Gonzalo is more than happy to sign a 5-year deal with us. That is what we want. Happy days. I think we're going to propose a release clause here, and hopefully this ain't going to shoot me in the foot. I don't know how high they accept. If they don't accept this, and it's too much below, then you know what, we won't bother putting one in. But we don't want him to go for, you know, rubbish money. We don't want all the offers to be coming in if it's not going to be high. Okay, so they've come back to us with 133 million. We'll give it one more chance. I mean, maybe if we can add on maybe 140. No, okay, so they're not going to negotiate with that. 133 million release clause. You know what? Do we do it? Do we do it? Let's do it. This is going to be a gamble, but it's a lot of money. 133 million. I mean, by the time, if he goes up to like an 85, 86, and it's getting closer, we'll just have to sit back down with him and we'll update that release clause. But I think that's a pretty hefty amount of money. Okay, so we're going to offer him 25 grand a week and a signing bonus of 100,000. He probably won't accept it. I don't know. I never know what to offer here. So they're happy with that. That's a fair offer. So that is Gonzalo, and I'm actually surprised. I really am surprised that he signed to that. So yeah, we've got him on a 5-year deal, 25k, and a release clause of 133 million. We're happy with that. So next up is this man Abbas. Let's see what we can work out with this future legend. So here we are then at the end of the negotiations. We can see Abbas, crucial squad role. No, nothing out the ordinary there. The 5-year contract length again. I'm so surprised these players are committing to these 5 years. And this is what he's asked for, 18.5 grand. Crazy. But of course we're going to accept that. So we've locked the legend down. Okay, so we've caught back up now with Fuentes. He would only sign a 3-year contract. He's asking for not a lot, 15,500. That's pretty crazy. I'm guessing it's because they're so young, they're not expecting the world. We'll take that. But for an 80, that's insane. We're going to lock him down. He's the only one at the moment to worry about a little bit because it's only on a 3-year deal. But it buys us a little bit of time. Well, actually it doesn't really because he was on a 3-year contract anyway. So it's the same. We're just paying him more now. Cool. Okay, so at least we sat down with those 3 players. We will, of course, throughout the season, we're going to sit down with everyone else and try and get as many people as we can committed to 5 years, 4 years. That's what we'd like, really. Okay, so we're just going to start progressing now through the month. And, great, this ain't good so far. Who's injured? Okay, I hate it when you get these ones, they just pop up. I'm guessing it's a training injury. Fuentes has suffered a pulled calf and will be out for 7 days. Like, the guy just can't stay fit. I don't understand how he gets injured so often. It is crazy. So having a look at this month then, we've only got 4 games in this episode, and you may notice some slight difference now. The face cam is going to be this side. I'm not going to do any face cam in the matches, and someone put it in the comments, and I completely agree that this series is about the players. You know, it's about the immersion of the players, seeing these players develop. It's not about me playing with, me controlling them, because I want to step away from that. I want you guys to make your mind up about these players and how they progress. So I'm just a spectator when the game comes. So I'm going to be doing the commentary on it, and then I'm going to be involved on this side. So when we're out at the games and we can have a little chat about it, have a look at the development, I think that's a little bit more interactive then, and you can probably engage with it opposed to just seeing a screen. But yeah, when it's in the games, guys, I won't get involved at all. It's just going to be me giving commentary on the players and of course giving a rundown, and I think it will work best. But thank you very much for all your feedback and selecting the pool on the right of the video. So yeah, we're probably just going to get through all these 4 games though. Right now, they might just be back to back. Of course, I'll let you know all the changes and stuff, unless anything does pop up. But because we're outside the transfer window, what we really want to get to here, because we know that we got the Russian coming back. Whoever he's brought back, we know he's Russian. That's all we know. Hopefully, he's gonna have a lot of potential. I don't know what position we really need, guys. So I'm kind of open. I would say we don't really need any wingers, midfielders. I don't know. It's luck of the draw. We'll see how we get on. But if whoever he scouts is freaking awesome, I suppose it does mean that we can consider selling other players. And I'll ask your guys' opinion when it comes to January who we should get rid of. I think Sandoval is very likely to be on his way out. But there may be other players as well that we might think about offloading if there is a better player coming in, if they're not going to get the game time.
So here we go then, first game of the episode, Bristol City against ourselves. We are away from home. So here we go, we know we sit top of the league, we played 5 and we've won 5, 15 points, happy with that. Now, Some very interesting news going into this game, and you may see it in a second. You might just saw it there. Basically, Abbas came to the office earlier on, and I didn't recognise him. I thought, who is this lad? He's changed something about himself. And there's, you know, when it comes to Abbas's hair, this always seems to be the central point of a topic sometimes. All the players change their hair, but when Abbas does it, you know, this doesn't always go down too well. But he does what he wants, really, and hopefully we're better to see a little close-up in a second. And there he is, you can see it. He has dyed his hair blonde. So he hasn't changed the style, but he's dyed it blonde. I mean, the guy's crazy, he does what he wants. So here is our lineup then, having a quick look at the substitutions there, and we just run through the team very quickly. We've gone with Faye on the left, Reese in the middle, and Al Desadi on the right, of course, for stealing goal. Luna, the little pocket rocket, in midfield. Smith with him as well. Oscar Abbas on the left, Torres Nilo and Rose on the right, and Gonzalo down the middle. So we go into the second half then, 0-0, a very, very cagey game. There hasn't really been a clear chance by either team. Come on, Guzman. Go on. Nilo gets there. Oh my, I thought that was it. I thought the game wasn't going to go. It's been an all-out attack, and it has been so difficult. The final ball has been so disappointing, and their defending, to be fair, Bristol City has been absolutely immense. The breakthrough finally comes, and let's have we'll have to look at the replay because I didn't see exactly what happened. I thought it might have taken a deflection, but that's the defender in goal. Torres Nilo in the right place at the right time, getting his foot through it, and hopefully getting us the win. Oh, come on, Nilo, come on, Nilo. God, he's going to get caught up with, Just dummy inside. Nilo. Go on. Oh, and the goal is there. That was amazing by Nilo. They obviously they try to push to get the equaliser, and it just worked out really well. Rose intercepted the ball at the bottom of the pitch, and then Torres Nilo there just doing the defender and then just smashing the ball in, and Guzman right place, and yeah, the defender will be gutted he didn't get anything on that, but super sub for sure. So that is a full-time whistle then. We win it in the end 2-0 after a very cagey game. Very, very well done to the lads. So straight into the next game, it is ourselves against Huddersfield. This could turn out to be quite a testing game. Quite a few changes. We got both the Torres brothers in the team there. Hendricks is getting his first start, and Guzman after getting that late goal. And I think he's just developing a lot. His physical stats are immense, and every time he comes on, you can tell the pace of the game is just upped. You can see that we got Reese in, and he's a little bit tired for Steelers and still in goal, and Al Desadi there. Hubert comes in defence. We also bring on that man there, Arnie Jacobs. And in the midfield, we've taken off Luna, and we brought in Bello. We've also brought in Henriquez as well, and taken off Smith. Is there anything on the counter-attack here? Arnie Jacobs. Oh, what a ball. Oh, what a ball there. Play him. Torres Nilo. Oh, what a finish. That was so nicely worked. That's the kind of textbook counter-attack you like to see. It was an absolute mint ball that fell into Jacobs, and he took that amazingly. Played it perfectly. Torres Nilo just turning, getting his shot away straight away. And that was absolutely fantastic. 1-0 up. Happy days to that. That's a lovely ball. Oh, Fuentes. Oh my, what a goal that is. That was beautifully worked. And Edwards literally gave the ball away about 3 minutes ago, which I thought was going to be the Huddersfield in to get the equaliser. And it turns out a mint bit of play from Fuentes. And that cross, that was epic. Held up lovely, and Edwards just running onto it. That was, yeah, love a headed goal. 2-0. That's the full-time whistle, then we win it again 2-0, and these points are just racking up. And the Championship, what I thought would be a very, very tough league, is turning out at the moment just to be, beneath us really. So here we are then, we are away to Bolton, a very nice stadium. This is going to be one of the biggest stadiums. I know we've been to Wembley, But that was kind of like a one-off. We don't really tend to get too many opportunities to play at large stadiums. We're still top of the league, 21 points. We haven't lost a single game. It is amazing. There was only a 2-day break, so lots of changes. Gonzalo up front, Abbas and Oscar on the left, Fuentes and Rose on the right. Smith and Luna come back in midfield, and then we got Callis, who's back from injury. Faye and Cordoba gets the game. Also Walsh in goal. Oh, the goalkeeper's out. Can we get it back post? Is anybody there? And Gonzalo is there, and he is so freaking awesome. That was so nicely worked again. And this, I mean, the attack that we have is just, they're all on the same song sheet. You know what I mean? They're so well drilled, and they never let it get away from him. And the goalkeeper there just coming out, and Rose just getting the ball in. The goalkeeper was off his line, couldn't really. He's all running back, not sure what's going on, and Gonzalo's there to use his head, and we go 1-0 up. Look at that run from Rose. Rose doesn't score too often. Oh, and he scores an absolute amazing goal. So cool and calm, and he had the option to cross it in, and I thought that's probably what he would do. He'd probably cross it in, but no, he used that space, and he thought, why not? He kept it low, and it just bobbled just in front of the goalkeeper, which kind of makes it a little bit more difficult as well. I guess the goalkeeper's expected to come kind of mid-drift to him, and I think that's Rose's first goal of the season. When that... Oh, Abbas! Oh, Abbas! Legend! That was so nice. This game, every single player has just played phenomenal. And that just kind of sums it up, really. And there he is with his new hair. I'm liking it. I like the new hair. It makes him stand out. But yeah, this was so well worked. Just a great header in, and he's in the right place. And there's not a lot on, to be honest, because he's got a defender right in front of him. So it's very difficult to take him away. He's got the defender behind, the player behind him, and he strikes it with that left. And talk about precision. That's amazing. Oh, Abbas. He is incredible. That movement, and I mean, that's a defensive mistake, and that just sums Bolton up. I mean, they just haven't been bothered with it, really. And Gonzalo just keeping hold of the ball and then just toying with him. And Abbas, again, just on his left, just thanks a lot. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. There's never, ever a doubt in your mind that Abbas is going to finish that. Abbas gets the hat-trick. Oh, I didn't think it would come. He really, this, what, 84th minute, and he's been, you can tell he's absolutely knackered. I've left him on the pitch purposely just to try and get a goal, and he gets a hat-trick. A slow start to the season in terms of goals, and he gets 3 in a game. He gets a hat-trick. You know what? It's that hair. Must be that hair. And they get a goal back, and a very nice header, to be honest. It was a corner from nothing. There's no celebrations we can see there. Not a surprise. Just a really nice work corner. Ball comes in. It's quite a lofted ball, and fair play to that header. That was an outstanding header to beat Walsh from there. And it's all about the placement. Nothing can be done, and it's just a consolation goal. And that is the full-time whistle then. We win 5-1. And what is amazing is that lad right there gets himself his first ever hat-trick. We've had to wait 3 seasons. Yeah, this is the second aired season. And it's been a long time coming, to be honest, because he is the next Messi. We know that. So here we are then, final game of the episode. Ourselves against Norwich. And this could be a tough game, but at the moment, we're absolutely flying, and we're just unbeaten. And to be honest, I'm hoping we can just keep on this winning streak. 8 games played, 17 goals, 24 points. That is insane. 17 goals difference, not 17 goals. But that is immense. Hubert there, looking a little bit confused. A mountain to climb. That is a mountain to climb. 6 goals scored. Norwich, and we've only conceded 4 in the whole season. Things aren't looking good. Oh, that was silly defending. Silly. Catch up to him, Reece. Oh, no. That was just silly, silly defending. Just got caught there. Kind of on the counter-attack, really, but it was just... Yeah, I think Reece thought he could win it, and he didn't, which meant that they were just completely open. It's a really, really nice ball, that, though, just to play it into him. So, yeah, got to give him credit. 1-0 down, though. Oh, come on. That's just so... This is literally how this game's just going. They're too slow to react, the players. They're just not doing good enough at all. And, again, like, they deserve that. We just had the perfect opportunity for an awesome counter-attack with Rose. Rose in the middle of the park. And he just didn't play the ball quick enough. So the defender got there, rebounded off back into against us. And the Norwich players are just laughing then. And 2-0 down. Looks like the streak is going to be coming to an end. Oh, they're in again. We are on all-out attack, to be honest. And, yeah, we've been abused here today. Oh, we cannot even get a freaking courtesy goal. And Hendricks, I mean, you may have noticed he hasn't been playing loads. I don't know what it is, but his movement has been so bad. Wow! I'm commenting about Hendricks, and Rose comes in like a steam rocket. I don't know why we're celebrating. We're still lost. But let's just celebrate the fact that we just scored a worldy goal. And Rose, yeah. I mean, he has what all the players... I mean, they've wanted it. They just haven't been clinical enough with everything, with their passing. Oh, what a finish. I mean, it's too little too late now, but yeah, you can always take time for a well-hit ball there. Hendricks again. I mean, literally. What do you need, lad, to get the goal? I don't know what is wrong with him at the moment, but he's just not doing anything. Come on, Guzman. Come on, Guzman. Come on, Guzman. Come on, Guzman. Oh, and it is too little too late. I mean, if Hendricks would have done his job, and he's had 2 sitters, such good work by Guzman there. And Desardi, the defender, the athlete, comes up there. And it's made it a bit more respectable, but you know what, lads, it's just too little too late. And I really am pointing the finger in this one at Hendricks. As a striker, you have a job, buddy, and you missed 2 sitters in the 85th minute or so, and we still could have brought it back. And this is an added time. We haven't got a chance now. But as a team, not fantastic. Hendricks, though, needs to really start up in his game. That is the full-time whistle then, and we lose 3-2. The run does come to an end, and it's a shame to have that as the last game of the episode, but we still got so much to come in the episode, which is good. Of course, we got the Simon to come back, which is going to be interesting.
So it's been a pretty decent month for us then. We've won 3, we've lost 1 game, which isn't too bad at all. I don't think it's going to jeopardise our league position. We are on the 30th now, which of course means that Simon has come back, and I have got some fantastic news, of course. Before we have a look at who Simon's brought back and is now in the Youth Academy, let's have a look at a few stats. So first of all, we're going to look at the morale players, and everyone is pretty happy. Surprisingly, Hendricks is very, very happy, which is a little bit worrying, and you'll find out why in a second. The only person that isn't is Sandoval, but there's no surprises there because I'm not really playing the guy. And I think that's kind of made my decision. I haven't decided yet whether we're going to sell him or whether we're going to loan him. I'll ask you guys, there'll be a poll actually in this episode, and it will just ask you guys, should we sell? Should we loan? And it's not a case of keeping at the moment. He's just not fitting into the plans at the moment, I feel. I feel like we've got a lot of midfielders, and people like Luna, Bello, Henriquez and Smith are the standout midfielders. I have, to be honest, I've gone quite off Berglund as well because he gives the ball away so often. His first touch is quite shocking. I haven't made my mind up on him really, but we've got such good cover in midfield. I mean, Luna is immense, and I thought changing the formation, which we haven't actually used yet, he'd get more involved, but he is as involved as ever in this formation, and I think it suits him down to the ground because when there's freedom in the middle of the park, this lad, he's got those physical stats that can just run against the defence. And then, of course, that long shot just punishes him. Looking at some quite crucial stats here. Goals, first of all. The man Luna, he's at the top. No surprises, really. He's played 7 games, 5 goals. I think all but 1 were the long shots, but he's got an 8.5 rating. If he could keep that up, wow. Absolutely incredible. Gonzalo, can't fault him. He's played 7 times, 4 goals, 2 assists. That's the kind of record you'd expect from him. Abbas, of course, he's lost his icon picture at the moment. That will come back. It's because he's dyed his hair blonde for the moment, you know, to stand out a little bit more. I don't know, he's got a bit of a personality, Abbas has, and you know what he's like. 3 goals, 2 assists. Of course, those 3 goals came from the last game, that hat-trick. So, fantastic. Well, slowish start, as now, out of the 6 appearances, is doing fantastic. Rose, no surprises there, very consistent player. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 clean sheets. He is a brilliant player. Jacobs, another player that is kind of falling out of form a little bit. I mean, 2 goals and an assist, happy days. What I mean out of form is, on the right-hand side, we have got Rose, we got Torres, Nilo and Fuentes, and I feel like those players are just a lot better at the moment. When he comes on, he's shining, but I still think a bit of a super sub, really. Same goes for Edwards. It's his pace, really, that lets him down, but I mean, look at that, 8.7. The stats don't lie. He is doing fantastically well. So there are a few question marks in my mind about Hendricks at the moment. Is it just a dip in form? I don't know. Every game he seems to be playing, I mean, easy chances seem to be going wide. I don't know what it is, but he's got no assists, he's got no goals, and he's played 6 games. That's quite bad, to be honest, to not have any kind of impact. Only 1 clean sheet as well. So when he's on the pitch, as a whole, we're not doing too well. An average of 7, that's not so bad. But look at someone like Gadge, for example, the striker below him. He's only played 4 games. He's got himself a goal, but he's got 4 assists. We have played him out on the wide, I think once or twice. But I mean, you see Gadge at the moment that I thought was like a very much third-time striker. We could use him more or less wherever, just when a player's tired, across kind of all the attacking 3. And I thought Gonzalo and Hendricks were the main men. And I mean, Hendricks has been, that first season, of course, he was amazing. But his overall 77. Maybe it's a slow start for him. But things are a little bit worrying at the moment, 6 games in. And yeah, not a peak from him. Looking at the changes then, Luna sits at the top. We got Guzman, Guzman's start to the season has been absolutely fantastic. He's playing brilliantly. And I mean, his pace at the moment is, 88 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. I can feel that. When he's on the ball, he just seems to be fantastic. His ball control and dribbling, they're not out of this world, but he is turning into a pretty consistent player. We know Smith is, and Torres Nilo has come to life. I think since Frank has trained him, I definitely noticed a massive difference, and I think we know with the goals as well. How many goals he's got? He's got 2 goals and an assist, so I think that's been this side of Frank training him, which is good. So nothing's changed here. We are still top. We've played 9, we've won 8. We've lost a game now, and that was, I would say just goals for, 23 goals against. We've only conceded 7. That is pretty awesome, considering the formation we play. But I think the defenders, they've just been outstanding. So 24 points. Watford actually only 1 point behind, and Crystal Palace are only 3 points behind. And we knew that coming into this season. The contenders that would be difficult, the likes of Sunderland, Crystal Palace, and Watford, and Leeds United. I mean, we had them the first game of the season. We beat them. But I'm quite looking forward to playing against Crystal Palace. That should be, quite an enjoyable game, I think. He brings back worldy players. He brought us back the Torres brothers, and now he's come back from Russia, and he's found Maxim Mazepov, which I think is quite an awesome name. He's a striker, which fits in quite nicely, I think, at the moment, considering Hendricks' dip in form. Let's have a little look at him, because the thing you can notice straight away, well, he's 5'11". Okay, cool. Right foot, I think he's going to be our first, or I think Gadge might be right-footed, but a right-footed striker. Okay, there. He's worth 11 million. Pretty fantastic. And overall 74. So he's going to slot straight into the team he should do. He's got an 82 acceleration, he's got 76 sprint speed, good agility, good balance, pretty good attacking position. These are the ones that stand out. He has got some phenomenal technical stats. He's technically gifted, which most of the strikers are when you scout them. 85 ball control, 81 dribbling, decent free kick accuracy, 72 long shots, decent curve. The one that kind of stands out for me really is that penalties. He's got, I know it's yellow, but it says 70 penalties. I'm pretty sure that's the highest we've got in terms of penalties. And obviously we know there was a bit of a drama last episode with the penalties, and I really don't ever want to come across anything like that again. So we hopefully Mazepov can be there the next time we may go to penalties. Who knows? So let's not mess around anymore. Let's get this guy promoted and let's check him out. So let's go to the squad. Straight to him. Mazepov, striker. We know the stats. And fantastic. £172. Striker, centre forward. An out-and-out striker really is what we want. High attacking work rate, medium defensive work rate, no dramas there. 5-star skill moves. That is amazing. He's got a 4-star weak foot, so I mean, he looks like he's going to be... He's also got stutter penalty as well. That is fantastic. So that kind of links him with his good penalty taking. That is what we want. Let's check him out, check his appearance out. And here he is then. And he looks... he looks mean, to be honest. And he looks like he's going to be quite clinical in front of goal. He doesn't look like he takes any prisoners, you know what I mean? This guy doesn't mess about. A bit of a beast. Physically he's quite broad. We'd take him to the before we start playing big games with him. We'll sort him out with editing a few of the bits and pieces, because I don't like the tuck in. I always say it, the tuck in toms. I don't know why EA always make him have a tuck in. Just randomize it, because it is freaking, yeah, it bugs me. But yeah, he's looks cool. I cannot wait to use him, and he's going to get a start early on, to be honest, because of the way Hendricks is going. I'm not discounting Hendricks. I mean, probably sounds like I'm slating the guy. He's done a hell of a lot for us, but I think just the way he seems to be in matches, his movement's off, his finishing's off. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, but yeah, he needs to start getting back on it. Other than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the episode. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe for any of my future content. Besides that, thanks for watching. Take it easy.